My name is Bode George, and from Lagos State. Very proud to be a Lagosian, and I am from Lagos Island. Very interesting. As a general, where I was privileged to have attended a lot of training and a lasting experience was the operation department. I was lucky I had a former sea captain. He was a master mariner. A master mariner is a man who had been trained to captain vessels, ships, going through all kinds of waters and weather and whatever. Case of federal government versus Bode George and other. If they want to fight me politically, you should have gone to the political field. And see, I just quote it for you here. I must state in clear terms that I fail to see how intention to defraud was proved and affirmed by the court below. In reality, it was not proved. It was an element or ingredient of the offense as charged, which needed proof beyond reasonable doubt. Where such a vital element was not proved as hearing, the prosecution case must fail. See whatever Omogro versus State, and they quoted all that. It has been established that the case of the respondent rests on a shifting sand. The charges framed against the appellant, us, in respect of splitting of contracts and disobedience of guideline in Exhibit 3 is unknown to any written law at the material time. They rest on nothing in the face of provisions of Section 36, subsection 8 and subsection 12 of the 1999 Constitution. They cannot stand as they fall flat. The prosecution, and to cap it, the prosecution laid the extant charges with intention to defraud an extra element of the charge which was not proved beyond reasonable doubt. It was a complete mistrial by the lower courts. I must stop here as nothing useful will be served in moving forward in respect of other charges. The appeal is allowed, as said, is no doubt meritorious. Judgment of the courts below is accordingly set aside. The appellant is hereby acquitted and discharged forthwith. Now, we went through that. This is the 5 justices of the Supreme Court. Kayabo today was the prosecution lawyer, and we later got a letter. I have a letter. The day he opens his mouth, he was the prosecution lawyer, that the Federal Ministry of Justice wrote me a letter, wrote to my lawyer, that Kayamo was not giving any fiat to try this case. So you see the shenanigan, the nuisance values. The head of EFCC at that time, that woman, with Kayamo, they must bury Bode George. But in trying to do that, initially, of course, as a human being, you get annoyed, get angry. But as a Christian, the Almighty God didn't say your journey of life will always be on a straight line. Once in a while, you go through the spiritual desert. And once you go through the spiritual desert, He's sending you there for training, to strengthen you. Today, I can see, it's almost how many years ago now? I can sit back here. It's quite a while, and look at them in the face. Shame on all of them. Absolute shame on this woman, the EFCC girl, and Farida, whatever she called, have challenged her severally to come into any public arena at any time of the day for a debate on this same issue. But that's life. It was an experience for me. No vengeance, no nothing against anybody. It was a beautiful experience because it's not everybody that is privileged to have worked at the highest level of office, to have sat for discussion with Baba, the president of this nation, in his bedroom, in the bedroom of the president of Nigeria, and at the same time to be sent to jail to sleep in the prison cell. So I've seen the highest mountain and I've seen the worst valley. So why wouldn't I continuously be thanking the Almighty God that has given me that opportunity? I'm almost 80 years old now. Look back from my training, look back on my experiences, look back on the appointments I have held, the exposures I have had. I have traveled the length and breadth of this country. We may talk of all the differences, the tribal differences, and be promoting illegalities. But I tell you, coming together since 1914 wasn't a mistake. Because nothing happens without the consent of the Almighty God. We are the ones derailing our nation, derailing our nation, disrupting the goodness and the oneness of our nation. Like we just said, you mentioned Bayelsa. Yes, I've been there. I was going to say sailed. I have been from Sokoto to Calabar, every town, every state, from Jigawa to Delta, from Borno to Lagos. I have snaked around this country, and there is hardly any part of Nigeria that the Almighty has not blessed with one resource or the other. So what is our problem? Greed, avarice, self-conceitedness. Will you play one tribe against the other? When you were being born, did you ask God, sir, please God, I want to go as a Yoruba man. I want to go as an Ijaw man. I want to go as an Hausa man. You just popped out. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Love your neighbors as yourself. Nothing in life. And it's so rewarding looking back. And my memoirs will give more details of the experiences so that the younger ones can learn of the vagaries of life. And God didn't tell us that He will be hunky-dory. No. Occasionally you enter into a tunnel, dark tunnel, for Him to show you the awesome powers that He has. And He is there. I have experienced it. I have seen it. That day was the darkest. The day that young man, who was much more younger than my daughter, was pronouncing us that we committed the crime, which we didn't commit. And suddenly there was a dark cloud all over the place and a very heavy rain. I told my wife I removed my wristwatch. I told her, don't worry yourself. I said, take it, go home. So to be punished for no offense committed means you are being selected for God to try you and test you. And for you to get out, to still be the same person, much stronger than before. It's a special privilege by the Almighty. And like I said, for the rest of my life, I share my experiences to the younger generation so they can learn.